Okay.
And my dogs are downstairs. Fighting and carrying on and all this other good stuff. Ugh.
Sure, why not?
Well, Mentalgen. Ladies, gents, boys, girls, kids, squids,
Squids.
and assorted cephalopods.
Oh yeah, those. And octolings. Yeah.
Behind the Games podcast episode 5. It's been a while.
Yeah, we took a break. Summer break.
Because July is just boring. And
Yeah.
we're back now. We have something to talk about. There's still not a lot, but we're here. We're going to do it. So
Yeah, post 3.
let's start with the Now Immortal. What have you been playing for the past 4 weeks? Oops.
Yeah, a lot of games actually. I think after like 6 weeks or so not playing Splatoon, I went back to Splatoon. Played some ARMS recently. Breath of the Wild, where I still haven't found all shrines in the Master Mode. Rise of the Tomb Raider, The Crew 2. Many Steam games definitely. What else?
I can tell you what I've been
And a
playing
few
the
others.
last few weeks.
Yeah, I know what. Which one you've been playing.
Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. Very nice game.
Mm-hmm.
We had the ARMS tournament, obviously.
Yeah.
Fortnite Season 5. I played a little of that. Crash Bandicoot on the Switch, but Sonic Mania Plus, which is also
Well,
okay.
a few mixed bags.
more Hyrule Warriors, Splatoon 2, obviously, you know, the usual stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then both Mega Man X Legacy collections, which the first one's worth it. The second one, if you're curious,
Good to know.
unfortunately.
I was thinking about getting one of them.
That second collection, no matter how they did it, would have been a tough sell anyway, so whatever. And this little game you may or may not have heard me talk about called VIII,
Mm-hmm.
which I may or may not like. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Sounded like you would like it, but
Well, I wrote a review on it, and I pretty much just kissed its ass.
yeah,
I might like the game.
I think so too.
And I have plans in the future for that game as well. But that's a secret for now.
You have plans for the game? Well, what kind of... if it's a secret, don't need to talk about it.
Look, I've got Golden to play it, okay? We're fine.
Yeah, okay.
And I've got an indie game that comes out on Tuesday that I've got to do some stuff with.
Tuesday.
But yeah, it's been quiet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. I played also some Rumble, but
Yeah, you've been playing a lot of Rumble, I've seen that.
Yeah, not that much, but yeah, a few hours maybe.
Oh, and I also downloaded Paladins now that it's free to play, and I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah.
I'll do that later.
I actually tried it yesterday, briefly on PC.
So yeah, it's been a quiet 4 weeks or so. I actually know. I know I say that, but after E3 and all through July, loads of games came out.
Mm-hmm. It was actually good to have a break, I think.
But in August, like,
So-
there's nothing coming out that I want, so I can just kind of relax.
Yeah.
And then September happens, where the only thing coming out that I want, that I know of so far anyway, is Spyro.
September will be busy, yeah.
I imagine some people in the Discord are going to be getting Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Dragon
I'm
Quest.
at least thinking about Spider-Man. I don't know. What else do we have?
Is anyone getting SNK heroines?
Hmm.
No,
I don't know.
There's also a couple other things coming out in September.
What was it?
So let's jump in with top number one.
Yeah, sure.
EA had their financial results. It's all the usual stuff. You know, we're making lots of money from microtransactions, hardy. And they said, just offhand, that we're working on a new IP for all platforms.
Yeah, I even
And
missed
that's
that.
weird from EA.
It doesn't happen every day. Yeah.
I mean, okay, let's say all platforms, right? We can safely assume what they actually mean is PC, Xbox One, PS4.
Yeah, that's what.
Maybe
they mean
mobile.
by all platforms. Maybe, yeah.
As for what it is, I mean, it's a new IP. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It could be
anything.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm willing. I'm gonna put some money down now. They're making a new IP because they feel they can't get away with the monetization they want in an existing brand.
Yeah, maybe.
That's just my thoughts. I mean, we don't know what it is. We can't possibly guess.
I mean, with the lineup they have, it would definitely make sense to add something new, something different.
Maybe. But it's said a new IP.
Yeah.
So that could be anything and everything.
Yeah. But I mean, they already have. I mean, their lineup is a bit one direction, maybe, or doesn't go in all directions. They could go.
I don't think they mentioned what studio is making it.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the studio, but weren't they known for a different game as well? But I think it was Star Wars, right?
Respawn's making a Star Wars game.
Ah, no. Okay. Then it was a different studio.
They could get a studio, like they could get BioWare to do something, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
But that's, who knows?
Yeah, we don't have any info to go on, so.
No, but they said all platforms, which horrifies me a little.
We still have to learn what all platforms really means to them, but...
If EA makes a Switch game that isn't FIFA, I'm going to be impressed.
Exactly.
That's going to be news to me.
I mean, yeah, maybe it's dawned on them that they should make a little Switch game. I don't know.
I think it's finally dawned on them.
I don't know. Also a possibility because of the success.
There's going to be a few moments of that in this podcast, by the way, of third parties having a sudden realization.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was just random that it just mentioned it. It's like, hey, we're doing a new IP now. Okay, fine, cool, whatever.
Yeah, without any other info, it's not really worth anything right now.
No. Maybe. Alright, the next topic, though, from unsure things of a new IP to this new IP exploded.
Yeah.
Octopath Traveler, a game I couldn't afford at the time and I can't find anywhere because it's out of stock everywhere.
Yeah.
It came out and let's just say did better than anybody thought it would.
Yeah, definitely.
You have a classical styled turn-based RPG. That's kind of niche.
Yeah, and it's not really something. It's not really sexy. Not that much that you'd anticipate that success.
But then it comes out and it sells through 90% of its shipment in Japan immediately.
Yeah.
And then it gets a little restock, and it lasts hours.
And then they had to repeatedly say sorry. And
they had to keep apologizing.
That was really...
I mean, in the UK charts, it did really well, and then it just dropped like a rock, because UK. RPG, that's going to happen. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really looking forward to the game, and I didn't think it would explode that much.
I mean, I want to pick it up at some point, but
maybe.
It's one of those things where I get it, but I'm also not the biggest fan of turn-based RPGs.
Yeah, that's the point. I don't like turn-based RPGs. There are a few exceptions.
Tried, and it just does not click.
Yeah, that's the point. Even the Mario RPGs or others.
The only turn-based RPG I've played that clicks is Pokemon.
Oh yeah, that's
it.
Yeah. Yeah, there are very few exceptions where it was fun. Yeah.
But I'm impressed because it's a niche game that's exploded in pop. It's gonna be around for a while.
Yeah, seems like it, and probably get a successor at some point.
Probably. I mean, I have seen some hilarious things where there have been some people saying, "Why isn't this on PS4?" And it's like, "Oh, it goes both ways, does it?" It's kind of funny. It's like these are the people who turn around and say stop poor begging for games on Switch, and then as soon as a good Switch game comes out, they're like, "Can I have this on PS4, please?"
Yeah.
And it's like pot meet kettle.
Yeah.
That was just some comedic things. But I'm glad Octopath Traveler's done really well.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
maybe Square Enix can get working on that thing called Dragon Quest XI now.
Maybe, yeah.
The first game announced for Switch that we have yet to see running on the system. We haven't even seen one pixel. It's just
nothing. Yeah.
And you know what's even weirder, right? They can say, "Oh, we're having trouble with Unreal Engine," right?
Nah.
That's what Octopath Traveler uses.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're really having trouble, just give it to these guys, and they'll do it.
I don't think having problems with the Unreal Engine is a valid.
Not anymore. It's not.
Response to anything. Yeah, exactly. Not nowadays. No.
When Square Enix releases a game made in Unreal Engine 4 on the system.
Yeah.
So you're evidently not having that much trouble.
Can't have it. It's such a standard now.
That doesn't matter. I'll talk more about that when the game either gets cancelled or finally shows the hell up.
Yeah, of course.
Alright, moving on from one RPG to another. A game I can talk about at length. VIII, Lacrimosa of Dana.
Yeah.
Very nice game. I like it. And I mentioned it in my review. I only saw this game when it was revealed in that Nintendo Direct in January. That was the first I had heard of this franchise.
Yeah.
And there's 8 games.
Yeah. I hadn't heard it before until you mentioned it, I think. I don't know,
I'll shout it from the rooftops about this franchise.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard about this, and it caught my eye immediately. So it came out, I picked it up. I had to go through so many hoops to get it in the UK because most places didn't stock it. They had the Vita version from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But it didn't even have the PS4 version.
Okay.
But I got it, played it, loved it, reviewed it randomly. And one thing I've noticed is that Nintendo gave it more marketing than Sony did on PS4 and Vita.
Ah, interesting.
Like there was PS blog updates about it and stuff, but that was it.
Which kind of makes sense because it fits very well with Nintendo's target audience. I mean, like Xenoblade.
It's weird because the game came out on Vita, and there was some buzz around it, but it was like very, very brief. Then it came out on the PS4, the best-selling system. You think there'd be a lot of buzz, but there kind of wasn't.
More like low profile. Yeah.
Then it came out on PC earlier this year. There was some buzz about it, but then it came out on Switch, and people are talking about this a lot.
Yeah.
Like, that's where the buzz has come from. And there are reports coming out that the Switch version of the game is the best-selling version in the West.
Yeah, that doesn't really surprise me because it's just a perfect landscape. Because of the audience and because of the system and the other games that are available on it.
But
just a perfect fit.
If that's true, because there's a second part to this story, Falcom came out and said why they didn't put games on the DS and they instead went to the PSP, despite the DS being the best-selling system, right?
Yeah.
They said it's because they felt the games the DS was selling was very casual. So what they did is they went to the PSP, which is where they felt their fans were.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of stayed on the PlayStation stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I read about that.
And now, if what they're saying is true about it selling better on the Switch in the West, that doesn't really hold water anymore. But the way they based that move on was weird. It's like, we don't know if they're there, but we feel they are.
Yeah, they didn't put any research into it. That's what it sounds like. I mean,
but then Nice America came along and started bashing them over the head repeatedly. So
basically, yeah.
I can only hope that, like Bandai Namco needed a sharp realization, and how EA hopefully has had a sharp realization, and Activision got a sharp realization. I hope the same thing's happening to Falcom.
Yeah. But I mean, imagine if they had thought about this sooner, or just reevaluated it sooner. They could have been on previous systems as well.
Maybe. But that's the thing. It's like a lot of companies are like little wake-up calls.
Yeah, exactly. Because they
some
don't
are choosing
follow
to act on it, some aren't.
the news. Yeah.
But if Falcom wants to bring over, I don't know, the other East games that they've already released on PC, by all means.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Because they're all on PC.
They could do that.
So, if you want to send them Switch way, I'll gladly do
a big collection,
yeah. Well, you could put East 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like that on the Switch right now. Not that much, that many games, I mean.
Yeah.
in a big package.
Yeah, I love this game. We're gonna have more opportunities to talk about this in the future.
Yeah,
Spoiler
probably.
warning. And last thing I'll say is I've talked to Golden because he's playing it now.
Yeah.
He's enjoying it more than Ni no Kuni 2.
Ah, right,
He's like, it does a lot of the things that game does, but just does them better.
Interesting.
And it's like, well, I've converted somebody.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, didn't he really love the other games? I don't know.
I don't think he liked Ni no Kuni 2.
Okay, maybe not just Antwerp.
Moving on to Capcom, who I want to strangle really, really hard.
Yeah.
So the Mega Man X Legacy Collections came out, all well and good. I mean, they came out in America and Japan. They didn't really come out here, unless you check the shop.
Mm.
Just like Mega Man 11 is not really coming out here, which is weird because I would have thought Capcom Europe would have said this is the perfect time to relaunch the brand into like the retail space in Europe, and they're ignoring that opportunity.
Yeah, that's really weird. I mean,
But it's Capcom Europe at this point, and just
yeah.
glad we have digital distribution.
Yeah, of course.
Because if we didn't,
that should be the minimum.
But the Mega Man Legacy Collections came out, and Ars Technica was the first to break this, actually. And I've seen some people on Twitter bring it up and stuff like this. There are apparently performance issues.
Okay.
The PC version has like really weird resolution options and input lag and other various things. People online are saying the Switch version has emulation issues in the SNES versions and some other things. Some people are seeing frame drops in the SNES games and some of the PS1 games. Some are seeing other issues.
How can that be?
And some are seeing performance issues on PS4.
Yeah.
But
It's really
here's
strange.
the weird thing. When one person says they're having an issue in, like, I've seen some people say on PS4 they're having issues in the final stages of X2 with like the background scrolling weird and having lots of slowdown and stuttering.
Okay.
But on Switch, it's fine.
Oh.
But then when I play the first Mega Man X on Switch, I do notice little stutters randomly, but other people haven't.
Interesting.
And then some people are having issues with the PS1 games on Switch, but I'm not. It's weird.
It's really weird. How can that be?
It's like there are problems, but they're not consistent, and they seem to be random.
Well, I mean, Breath of the Wild on Wii U and Switch had different issues, and that was also really random. But
this is even on the same system.
Yeah, exactly.
They're having different issues that are random.
That's really weird.
I've seen people say, "Oh, I've got problems with," I think it was X5 and 6 on the Switch, having like really weird performance issues, and I've played through X5, and it's fine. From what I can tell, X6, but yeah, getting me to play X6 is going to be a challenge in itself.
Maybe the problem doesn't lie in the games themselves, but in the emulator, maybe, or something.
Here's what's even weirder.
Inherent to the games. What?
They have issues with the SNES versions the most, but the PS2 versions are fine.
Okay.
Why? Why is the easiest ones to emulate the ones giving people big problems?
Yeah, that's really weird because everyone knows Super NES is easy to emulate.
I don't know.
Never seen something like that with emulation. I mean,
but this is Capcom. Okay, we're gonna leave it at the point of.
Sure.
Just don't expect. Just be glad we got these connections in the first place.
Yeah, definitely, that's true. But still, I wouldn't get it.
I need to take a 5-minute break.
Okay.
So I shall be right back.
Sure.
And we're back.
Yep.
Alright, next. Sonic Mania Plus. Have you played Sonic Mania?
No.
Okay.
Thought about it.
It got a physical release, finally. With the DLC included. It comes with an art book and reversible cover, all this kind of stuff. And it came out at retail, and A lot of people wanted that, apparently.
Yeah, I read a lot of comments wanting that.
And when it came out, in the UK anyway, it did pretty well. You know, not amazing, but well enough. But then the breakdown of how it did is in both parts in line with the past.
Okay.
And kind of indicative of what I thought would happen. Now, this doesn't speak for digital sales; those could be all over the place.
Yeah.
But at least at retail in the UK, 52% of sales are on the Switch.
That's quite a lot.
Then it was PS4, then the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
Weirdly, that's not new. Because historically, Sonic games have sold best on Nintendo platforms. That's been.
Makes sense.
That's normal. What's weird is it's the UK.
As always.
And the market share difference, I would have thought, you know, a bit of a lean towards the PS4 and the Xbox One.
Generally, of course, yeah.
Yeah, that was just a cool little bit of good news, because there ain't much good news going on right now.
True.
Then, you know, hopefully we get a Mania 2 that is mostly new instead of mostly not new.
How did the previous release do in the UK?
We don't know, it was only digital.
Oh, yeah, right, of course. that's the problem, yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully we get a Mania 2. And not a Forces 2. If there's a Forces 2, I'll die inside.
I mean, if it's doing good, they'll probably do a sequel, of course.
Probably. But then again, this is Sega.
Yeah. You never really. Sega and Capcom both.
Yeah. Alright, moving on to something tech-related. Xbox Scarlett. So this is the rumoured codename for the next Xbox.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. What's interesting is at E3 they mentioned a streaming service and multiple Xbox consoles.
Exactly, yeah, that was really
which what a lot of people assumed was going to be like a One S and a One X situation.
Which doesn't necessarily have to be.
You know, that was what I thought they were going to do as well.
Of course.
An entry system possible. And a higher end system.
Or they could mean something completely different.
What this latest report is about is there is indeed going to be a higher end system and a low end system. But not in the way we're used to. So when I say high end system and low end system, you're thinking like PS4, PS4 Pro, 3DS, new 3DS, Xbox One S, Xbox One X. You know, that kind of differential.
But is it more like PC games?
No. What it's going to be, apparently, is there's going to be two options. You're going to have a typical box. It's going to be all singing, all dancing, plays games natively, you know, a console. Right? The next Xbox. That is going to be your high-end model. So what we would assume would have been the low-end model is actually going to be their high-end model.
Interesting.
The low-end model is reportedly going to be $100.
What?
It gets weirder. It's going to be... How do I say this? You know they mentioned that streaming service?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that.
So, it's going to be a streaming box?
Kinda, yeah. So you're going to have two options. You're going to have the box that plays them natively that costs more.
Yeah, of course.
Or a streaming box that costs a lot less. But it's not a streaming box as we know it. Apparently, they have worked out that to like reduce input lag and latency issues, the streaming box will do some processing for like collision detection.
Interesting.
And stuff like that. So the game will be streamed, but locally, a lot of the important calculations will be done locally to reduce latency.
I wonder how that might work on technical level or just the development. I mean, they would have to like export some of the game's functions or the engine's functions,
maybe,
and let the streaming box calculate those.
This is in line with what Microsoft wants.
Yeah, sure, it is.
They want to be services.
Yeah.
If you could have a streaming box or a smart TV or a phone or a Nintendo Switch where you could stream Xbox games to it.
Of course, that would be interesting.
That is additional Xbox Live users. That
Yeah.
is potentially Game Pass users. You know, it's what they kind of want to go towards.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that surprising, I guess.
And let's be honest, $100 is not asking a lot.
Yeah.
Assuming your internet can do the streaming that is streamed.
Yeah, that's the point. If you don't have perfect internet, what do you do then?
Yeah, that's the only downside, really. But the problem is,
But it
I
makes
wouldn't
sense.
buy the native console because I couldn't trust Microsoft as far as I could throw them when it comes to making a console that I want to play.
Yeah.
But the streaming box would be an easier buy for me because it's cheaper, a lot cheaper.
Of course. Yeah, definitely.
But internet, that's.
I mean, for the future, it would make sense because I assume the internet will get not only
You
faster
assume,
but only more
and
stable.
what you mean is you hope the internet will
Yeah,
get better.
of course, of course. I mean, more general. I mean, I have good internet here, but I'm speaking about like the whole country or the whole world, and something like that. But that's more like the far future, no? If at all.
I mean, let's be real.
I don't know how
They
it should
need to do
work.
something to differentiate from the PlayStation brand.
Yeah,
So they could have an all singing, all dancing box, but they could do their streaming service. And let's say you could do what Steam Link does and stream from your
Yeah.
full price Xbox 2 to the Xbox 2 streaming thing that you buy for $100 in a different room.
that should be easily possible. Yeah.
I'd hope it would do that. And then look at that, you've now sold what Microsoft would count as 2 Xbox 2s.
Yeah, of course.
So I could see them doing this. How well it's going to work, how ready the consumers are going to be, I don't know. How ready the infrastructure is going to be on internet
That's really
side.
the issue. Yeah.
But you know what? Brownie points for being different.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they didn't. Did they say when it's going to arrive?
2020.
Yeah, okay, that's so.
That seems like a good time for the next generation to start at this point.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, just release the Xbox One X basically.
Yeah, you don't want everybody into this too soon. Unless,
Yeah.
here's an idea I've seen floating around. What if the One S and One X could act like the streaming box?
Oh,
Make
yeah,
them forward
of course.
compatible via the streaming.
Maybe, yeah.
Because think about it, the streaming box
If it's only a software thing, yeah, of course. If it
takes
just-
the stream in and does like physics calculations locally.
Mhm.
Why couldn't the Xbox One do that?
Hmm.
Because you have to realize that then what you
Interesting.
have is not an Xbox One X playing a game above its spec. You have it receiving most of a game above its spec and using its horsepower
Yeah.
to do the rest.
for- Yeah.
So it could,
Hmm.
on paper, do that.
It could, unless the new generation needs some specific hardware piece that the old ones don't have.
Well,
Which
as
I
long
don't-
as it's not on a it needs to be rendered locally side,
Yeah.
then they can just do that from the server farm. But
Yeah, I think so too. So it's only a software update and then should be good to go, basically.
Hmm.
In theory.
But it's an
Don't
interesting
know.
idea. I wonder if it'll come to fruition or if they'll just do another box.
But the thing is, they could do the same with PC. Or aren't they doing something like that?
Not yet.
Or just maybe they said something.
They probably
want-
floated the idea around.
Yeah. But why not?
But it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Because at this point, the PS5 just looks like it's going to be
Hmm.
another PlayStation.
Yeah. At least from what we know.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's coming anyway, so let's see how Microsoft does.
Yeah.
It could work for some people. I definitely think that would be possible.
It would work in Japan.
Sure. Yeah.
That's a win. But yeah, we'll just have to see. It's all rumor at this point, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. Labo. So I'm gonna start just asking you a question.
Yeah.
Have you A, finished building everything?
No.
Okay, same here. Have you used it since you built it?
Yeah, no. I've used it after I built it for a few times, but not recently. No. And you?
That's exactly the situation I see around the internet. It's like,
I had some ideas, but I didn't get around. But,
I see a lot of people saying, we built it, we played it for a bit,
and
that's it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
But then they announce Toy-Con Free, a vehicle kit that gives you a steering wheel and pedal, a flight stick,
yeah,
and speedboat. Cool.
So nothing really surprising.
But here's the thing. Why? Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like the minigames have more meat on them than the other two packs did.
Sure.
But I still don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, they could make them compatible to all racing games sometime.
I mean, the one with the pedal and the steering wheel is probably going to work in Mario Kart.
Yeah, I mean, they already made Mario Kart to... Which one was it? The steering... Yeah, that one. So, in theory, they could do that with lots of other games, even other games could do that. But even then, I don't know.
Here's the thing, I'm not buying it, because I bought the variety kit. I didn't even finish making all the stuff. I just stopped.
I would be open to buying another kit if the content would really convince me.
It would have to be a lot of content.
Yeah, either that or like more like a box where you can really create your own. I don't see that coming.
But I mean, it comes out in September. Yay.
Yeah.
That's a big September game then.
Yeah. I don't know how well it would do, but...
I don't know.
See, I guess. It's strange. I mean, I still like Labo project.
I mean, it still had its educational value, but for
definitely
everybody else,
They need to maybe extend that whole...
Maybe? I don't know if that would help.
Depends on how and what they could do with it. I don't know. I don't have a concrete idea either.
Labo's weird.
Yeah. But I mean, still good to have it generally.
At least they didn't do a sale and drop it immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll find out on Tuesday when they give their sales reports how well the first two kits did.
Oh yeah, of course. That would be interesting to know.
Okay, 2 topics left, both of which are about the future. So let's move on from talking about cardboard, which is actually kind of depressing, to Nintendo saying we have more games to be announced and released before the end of the year, which is weird. Because if you've got these big games coming out this year and you haven't yet announced them,
it makes no sense. I mean, on the other hand, Nintendo have done that before. They have suddenly announced something for a few months.
Yeah, but I think after the first half of this year, this isn't the time to do that.
Yeah, not really, no.
So let's just say we know there's a direct coming.
Yeah,
because
at some point
they're going to talk about Smash some more, reveal some newcomers.
Yeah.
They said we're going to talk about Yoshi later this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of fallen under the rock right now.
And after August, we'd want more details on stuff coming out in September, stuff coming out in October, more details on Mario Party, more details on Pokemon, more details on Smash. So...
maybe a sneak peek for next year at some point as well.
Well, yeah, they said we're going to talk about 2019 games later this year, so...
I mean, we always know
is coming.
There are games there developing that we don't know about, but that's nothing new.
But they said specifically there are games coming out this year that we don't know about.
That's really piece of
It's like, just tell us. For God's sake, please.
Or why the secrecy? Maybe they're not sure if they could do it before Xmas. I don't know.
I don't know, but it's weird.
Yeah, weird move to do.
I mean, either way, we're getting a direct August, September.
Probably.
So that's fine. I can live with that.
Yeah, I hope they have something to show.
I just hope these games are fucking good.
Yeah, and that too, of course. Definitely.
You know, if you walk out of Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival 2, I'm gonna have some questions. Some heavy questions.
Like to know about Metroid, but don't know when we'll hear
Are they
about
gonna
it.
show Metroid this year?
Yeah, probably not. Or maybe late in the year, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd like to just see it exist. That's kind of hype.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, they could, but at the same time, maybe not.
We'll see.
Right, moving on to other Nintendo game-related things for our final topic. Nindies!
Yeah.
So they've said they want 20 to 30 indie games every week on the Switch.
Which is crazy.
Which is insane.
I mean, they're not Steam, and if they go that route...
No, Steam has 20 to 30 per day.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if they're going to back direction...
We will never ever get up there.
No.
I hope.
I don't think so either. I mean, it wouldn't be good. Because right now, indies have success on Switch because they're discoverable, because there's a fairly limited amount of games on it. Still more than enough. Not like Steam.
This is, I think, an overreaction to the Wii U, in that it was okay if it got games every week.
Yeah.
You know, they want to make sure you've got something to play.
Yeah, especially if the eShop stays as it is, you will never be able to go through all these games to these 20 years.
I still think the eShop's better than the PlayStation Store.
Maybe, yeah, but
at least
it's not
got
really...
a usable search function.
Yeah, it does,
has
but
filters.
it's still somewhat clunky, especially if you have a lot of games to search for.
The way the PS4 search function works is, you know, that system has an on-screen keyboard, right? For some reason, the store doesn't use that.
Okay.
And it uses a long vertical list of all the different characters you could use. You then select it, press right.
Oh, that one, yeah.
It searches through the entire store, or tens of thousands of things on the store.
Yeah.
And it then says, these are all the possible next letters. And then you pick the next letter and then does it again. And these are all the possible next letters. And you do that and you do that. And then you get a list to the side that has movies, TV shows, avatars, themes, individual DLC packs, in-app purchases, games, bundles, everything just listed with no rhyme or reason to the order. It is just there. And you can't filter through it.
It's really cumbersome.
You can't say show only games. You can't say show only DLC. It's just a list of everything on the store with those letters in it.
I remember trying to buy Pro Evolution Soccer my son-in-law's PS4. Yeah, son-in-law. But yeah, that's probably the worst you can do in the shop.
Oh, it's the worst way to search. You know, at least the Switch has a on-screen keyboard, and you've got filters by genre, coming soon, price, stuff like that.
It's definitely better, yeah. But still, I think if they want to release more games, they would have to overhaul.
I think what they need to redesign is not the search function. The search function is fine.
No, not that one. No, more like
the immediate
space.
You see.
Yeah, that's really.
When people say the eShop needs to be redesigned, what they mean is everything before you do the search function.
Yeah.
And where you get the filters and everything.
Yeah, that's really the most important part.
It's so bizarre because I don't really know of a solution. And I tried thinking about it, and I don't know that it is an acceptable solution. Because you don't want indie games to kind of be separated from other games, because that intrinsically affects their value.
Yeah.
People look down on indie games even now.
They shouldn't separate them like that. That would be a bad idea. But
I think expanding the Discover section might be a good idea.
Maybe, yeah. Something like that.
But that's just, they'll work something out.
Yeah, the person, they would have to get that many indie games per week.
I mean, they get
also
20 currently.
I don't know, is it that much?
Yeah, it's around there.
Okay. What they also would have to kind of reintroduce is curating, I think, because if I remember correctly, there's no curating anymore.
Some of the things I've seen on the system, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, what's the point in having so many releases? Some just crap. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But,
So
yeah, they could do.
What?
Have you seen what these two have eaten?
No.
Well, part of a wall and a door frame.
No. Thank you for sharing. So yeah, I understand why they're doing it.
Yeah, of course.
They just need to fix a few things.
With a lot of other things, they could do some other things with the system and introduce.
Yeah, now we're just looking at general quality of life stuff.
Yeah, of course. That's what I mean. But hey, at least we get it's at least one improvement.
Yeah. Look at all the messages.
What?
Right. So that does it for this edition of the show. As I said, quieter, because nothing's really happened.
Yeah. Not really. Somehow people are outside. I don't know. There aren't that many releases.
No.
The big ones aren't in the summer.
Hopefully by the next session in 2 weeks it'll pick up.
Yeah.
Right? Please? Someone do something.
I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to hear more about Assassin's Creed, but just because of what I've recently, but I don't know.
I will see.
Yeah. Don't really.
Right. That is that.
Yeah.
See you all
Until
next
then.
time then.
Yeah.
With hopefully some news.
Yeah.